Hey y'all, it's me, Dr. Lynn Daniel, PhD, EDS here on LinkedIn Live, sharing with you a recap of my week this week of October 10th through, 9th was that Sunday, through today, the 15th, right? Yeah, I was on fall break, so I was able to engage a lot more this week on LinkedIn through publishing my first newsletter. If you haven't seen it, I will repost it. I think I named it Lynn Daniel Consulting Lifestyle and Learning. I mean, that is what my business is about. Lifestyle, looking at self care, looking at learning for educators, for businesses that and organizations that deal with education. So yeah. So I want to welcome you if anyone is here. I don't see anyone yet, but this is again on the fly. Now, why am I doing these on the fly unscheduled lives? Well, one reason is I'm finishing up fall break and I had the time. The second reason is because I'm testing out this StreamYard technology, and I have how many more days left? I think I have 2 more days left on StreamYard where I get this free trial to see what I like about it. And I'm really liking StreamYard, so I think I am going to upgrade and just go from there. I tried a couple of others that did not impress me, so I won't tell you their names. I don't know their names, but StreamYard I'm liking. So yeah. All right. So what else did I do this week? This week I have dedicated quite a bit of time to deep diving into the literature, the research and literature on self-care. And if you go back on my profile, you will see that I shared the 7 pillars of self-care from the International Self-Care Foundation. I also shared me breaking down, analyzing a lit review by some researchers who were looking for criteria to establish, to select candidates for a new award. And I was also able to, take a look at some organizational studies, occupational studies, and just get a feel of what's going on outside of the field of education. I also had some brainstorming sessions. Well, one this week, one brainstorming session where I was able to speak with an educator from North Carolina. Hi, Tonisha Langley. How are you? I hope you catch this on the replay. She is dynamic, engaged highly in her community in the field of education as an education consultant. She's working on, well, she has published a chapter in an anthology of women's writings. And I think she said they are on tour right now. And so she's very active in her community. Another thing I did was I did a sneak peek of Trevor's live today. Yeah, the Hotness Unleasher, Trevor. I just kind of popped in and watched it on the replay. I was very impressed with his format and his guests and how they selected individuals who are starting their journey on LinkedIn, and then they promoted these individuals, spoke about why they chose the individuals. So I really like that promoting, that caring and supporting in the community. Another thing that I liked when I watched, they each mentioned something about sharing your story. So when we share our stories, we're not really just focusing on us. Yes, it's our story, it's about our journey or our experiences, but it also allows other people in our communities who are connected to us to know that if they're going through something similar, they're not alone. You're not by yourself. You have others who have experienced very similar happenings, and you can learn from them. So, yeah, that is what I am doing. I'm really liking StreamYard. Have any of you all used StreamYard before? Do you all like StreamYard? What can you tell me? Can you give me a thumbs up or a comment or something and let me know if StreamYard is your vibe, if it's a tool that you find helpful. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it a whole lot. Okay, so I will be back at work next week on Monday in a couple of days. It'll be back to my regular routine. And so, what does that mean for me here on LinkedIn? It means that I will have my after hour time, a few hours each day to engage on LinkedIn. So, although I won't have the same amount of time that I had this week did help me to pinpoint and streamline and niche down a little bit more on my topic. So next week, I'm considering focusing more on the behavior wheel in regards to self care and choosing our behaviors that serve us well, that help us to promote self care and to follow through on self care actions. The 7 pillars of the self care matrix from the International Self Care Foundation. If you haven't checked out that tool, please go to isfglobal.org and view the 7 pillars. Well, view the entire self care matrix. And then the 7 pillars is on level 1 of the self care matrix. Now, that matrix it moves up in intensity. So, levels 1 and 2, you're more independent. Level 3, you're engaging outside resources and support to help you in your wellness. In level 4, you are getting, that looks at policy and it looks at agency and agencies, organizations that are engaged in the self-care process. And also your level of need at at level 4 looks different than it does at level 1. And so I really encourage you all to just consider self-care for yourself. Like, for me, I felt like initially when I decided to call on help from the healthcare professionals in my community to help me get a grip on my sugar cravings, get a grip on why my body was holding on to weight and gaining weight, and really start looking at my health picture, the total health picture. Then I recognized that I couldn't do some of these steps independently anymore because my body was requiring more expertise and more specialized care. And so as you mature, as your body is starting to change, your needs may change as well. And a part of the self-care matrix talks about that healthcare literacy and knowledge and being aware of what you need. Being able to say, I need help, is a part of the self-care, spectrum. Being able to recognize where you just cannot manage things on your own anymore. And, I have a picture that I want to share with you, like a story, if you will, but it's a true story of someone who I care and I love, someone in my life who has been a part of my life since I was born. And this person and I are very close. We're close in age. We're close in, our the way we live our life and our belief systems and things like that. Well, this individual's health has declined over the past 30 years, but over the past, I would say, almost decade, it has declined rapidly to the point where the individual is not aware of what they need. The individual does not recognize or cannot or chooses not to seek out the kind of help that loved ones are directing this person to. And so our own self awareness is so important for us to have people we trust who will tell us the truth. Like, because if we don't have people that we trust to tell us the truth, then when they tell us, hey, do you recognize that you do this? Hey, do you recognize that this is going on? If you don't trust them to point out the truth to you, you're gonna just deny it. Oh, that's not real, or no, that's not, you know. So I pray for this person who I love that they will listen and accept the words that I said in kindness. And I preface the words with, I care about you. You're important to me. And I want you to hear what I'm saying from that framework, from that perspective, from that mindset. Okay. All right. So another thing I want to say is I'm still talking about self-care, y'all. Like, how can I? I'm the self-care evangelist. Evangelist, what does an evangelist do? Go from town to town, spreading the goodness, the gospel word of the truth of self-care. And that's what I feel led to do, especially since, I'm a baby boomer and I have seen myself, of course, I've seen myself change. My hair is graying to the point to where on this camera I may look bald. That's not baldness. That's my hair is white, right? My hair is white. And my granddaughter said to me recently, Mima, your hair is more red or brown now than on that picture. And I was like, yeah, that's because my hair changes to brown. It lightens before it goes to gray. And in the past 3 to 4 months, my hair is growing fast because of this hair concoction that I'm using. Vanity, vanity. Not vanity, but just trying to self care in old age. But yeah, my hair, the grays I got a lot more, right? So, what's the point of me even bringing that out? Because I'm recognizing that in this phase of life that I need more like guidance in the process. How do you care for gray hair? I used to color my gray hair, but I told my granddaughter, I've never been old before. I don't even know how I look with gray hair, so I'm going to let it grow. And then if I like it, I'll keep it, and if I don't, I'll color it dark brown or something, a different color, purple or pink or something. But yeah. All right. So you all take good care of yourselves, get your checkups, drink lots of water. Where's my water? I drink a lot of water every day. If you're taking medicines, take your medicines. Exercise. I was going to go ride my bicycle this morning in the 8 o'clock hour. It's been raining all day, and that's unusual for Phoenix. Like back home, yeah, if it rains, it's going to be a rainy day, a rainy couple of days, maybe a rainy 3 days, maybe even a rainy week. But here in Phoenix, typically when it rains, it will rain. You'll have a downpour. The sun will come out, dry everything up very quickly, and then you can go about your business. Not today. Today it's been raining over here where I am, downpouring since about the 8 o'clock hour, maybe even a little before the 8 o'clock hour. So I didn't get out and ride my bicycle. So hopefully I will be able to get out and ride my bicycle tomorrow. That will make 4 days, 3 days this tomorrow we'll start it as a new week. So, yeah. All right, y'all. Thank you all so much for just engaging with me. I really appreciate all the new connections and follows that I received this week. I want to thank and shout out Victoria in the Social Saturday squad. Thank you so much for starting Social Saturday. It is because of Social Saturday that I have experienced growth in my LinkedIn channel and my LinkedIn profile, or whatever the proper term is. I think it's profile. YouTube is channel. Um, but it's because of Social Saturday. It's because of Victoria, who started it and who engaged us, and is growing. The interaction has just been marvelous. It's been wonderful. High quality individuals, very few inappropriate people, a few. But you know what? When you get inappropriate people who are wanting to connect, or you do connect with them and then they expose themselves as being inappropriate or not a good match, you just quickly shut it down and move on. Okay? So that's what I do anyway. I will give some people maybe a chance. I had recently a gentleman, I shouldn't even refer to him as a gentleman, but a male who DM'd me, which I found was, a little forward. Um, he DM'd, complimented, and then I didn't respond. I sat on my feelings because his compliment I felt was inappropriate and didn't match anything that I had posted. Right. So you go with your gut, y'all, your instincts catches way more than our logic does. So anyway, I didn't block him immediately. I just sat on my feelings, but I paid attention to, why did that make me feel uncomfortable? Why would he say that compliment? I wasn't writing anything that was fishing for a compliment. So I responded after a few hours, and I formulated a response, and I told him, historically, this has been going on historically. This, your perception historically would be seen in this way. And, I just shared, a link to a site, a reference that could validate the points I made. He thanked me for it, and he just seemed to be fine. Like, after that, okay. So I was like, oh, well, maybe I did kind of just misjudged. No, I didn't. Because not long after that, maybe a few days after that, he was inappropriate again. And you know how he does it, and this is how you know there are just some people who are just not worthy of your time. He just came back into the DMs with some sort of comment that was totally subtly inappropriate, just very subtly, like a subtle hint of wrongness, peppered in there. But see, if you sprinkle in arsenic on a salad, that little sprinkle of arsenic could kill you if you eat the salad. It's the same with these people who sneak into your DMs on the down low of being cruel and mean and nasty. So I blocked them. And so I want to thank Sheena for mentioning. Sheena, in her profile today, in her stream, she was engaging with a new connection, someone that I'm newly connected with here. And they had that discussion about DMs, inappropriate DMs. You just have a block party. But the majority of the folks, Victoria, in Social Saturday Squad, in my Social Saturday interactions, have been wonderful. Amazing people, amazing professionals, very just high energy, positive, encouraging, just wonderful people. So I'm just very grateful. All right. And I've been going on long enough. So thank you all for your time today. Be blessed. Go out there and make the best of your life. All right. Talk soon.